Hey, blacksmiths, welders, makers, builders, those of the curious and those passing through. My name's Rory, and this is Dirty Smith. So today, we're gonna get started on a project that I've been...
Actually, I need your help. So sorry, guys, but I need your help with the project.
What project?
My projects matter, too. I've got this guy.
All right.
My Touchmark.
Touchmark? What is this Touchmark for?
This Touchmark is for T phases.
Well, what is T phases?
T phases is jewelry where I match the energy of T. T has energy. And then I match it with the healing properties of crystals and put them in pendants. And the next phase, or the next evolution, is to touchmark my own work. Voila. On those tiny little silver discs.
So you want to use a touchmark. Amanda has her own touchmark. And you want to put it on this little piece of silver and put it on your jewelry.
Yes.
For T phases.
T phases.
And is that tphases.com?
Yes. tphases.com.
Okay, so off the bat, here are some challenges. We have about a 1/2 inch, probably 9/16 wide touchmark. We have a, gosh, maybe this might be 1/2 inch. It fills up the whole thing pretty good. So I have some ideas. I think we'll use the fly press. And we'll do some experimenting.
Cool.
We have your touchmark that you got, borrowing some of Craig's Tom-Toms, which fit this perfectly. So we're gonna grind the scale off this metal, that way when we're using your touchmark, we don't have any kind of distortion that's getting in the way with the silver medallion, that when the touchmark comes down, it's not moving or crushing or bending in a weird way. So getting rid of this scale will help perform better.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. We gotta sled up the fly press. We gotta adjust it. So this is our striking end, lines up with that. Right now, it's too low. Lift this up. Let it rest right there. This is the stop. We'll adjust this so it won't go beyond this point. It's important that we want this to hit through it a little bit. If we stopped it right there, and it wouldn't exceed that much, there might not be enough room for the fly press to keep moving. So we want this to push through it a little bit. All right, let's see what happens. That looks pretty good.
I think it looks really good.
So you see how much different that is than trying to hit it with a hammer? And there's so many variables going on. If we wanted to do the next step, we would make a tool that holds this and either put it as the anvil and we put the disc on top, or we set it up inside here.
Yeah.
It really seems like I gotta really get a lot of energy back into this. All right, you want to try one of your pieces?
Yeah.
So what are we marking today?
We are stamping my brand
On what?
on sterling silver, 1/2 inch, 22 gauge.
Oh,
Stuck to it.
I mean, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Is that silver softer than copper? Is that what we're seeing?
Yeah. Shoot, it's really soft.
All right, so what we decided was that the touchmark needed to be mounted on the bottom and the fly press to press the silver on top of it. Going the other way and trying to hold it with your hand and have that much control, because we have a 1/2 inch wide touchmark and a 1/2 inch wide silver disc, and the variables were too tight and I couldn't keep a steady hand. So flipped it, and we used a machining vise and turned the touchmark up, stationed it, and then fine-tuned it a little bit. Got it?
Yep, got it. Ooh, that one's even better.
Is it better?
It's better.
Are we getting better at it?
We're getting better!
trying to angle the Touchmark a little bit so the business name gets more of the brunt of the force.
Got it.
That's better.
Woohoo!
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
With my finger.
I won't squish your fingers. Okay, at least not on purpose.
Ow!
Oh, no. He's kidding. I did not hurt him.
You want to do the rest?
No.
Why not?
Because we've already screwed up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And in this case, I think it's better to let a blacksmith do it. I'll do the design. You can do the hammering.
I think the T-phase word is a little bit below the graphic of the logo. So when the guy made it, I think there's 2 slight planes, ever so slight, because T-phases isn't as prominent as the rest of the logo. So we try to bank the Touchmark just a little bit so it was at an angle and the fly press came down on top of it to get more aggressive on the word side first. We tried out a couple of different ways of using this Touchmark inside the fly press without necessarily going through and making some more tooling to either hold this on the bottom or hold this on top. And yeah, Amanda's gonna order some larger material, so it's a little bit easier to line this up.
It went really well. I'm really happy, and I wanted it to be small, but I realize now that it needs to be a little bit bigger. Thank you, Rory, for your talent and skills. And
Anytime, easy stuff. Don't forget to subscribe, like. If you have any ideas about how I should have done this, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, till next time, keep it dirty. Thanks, guys.